There are four of us in total.
Fine, all here.
Well, hello
Physically,
everyone!
yes. Hello!
Welcome to Tabletop Obscura presents Gatewalkers. How are we doing?
It's us.
It's us.
The Gatewalkers.
We're here.
They call
We're
us the
alive.
Gatewalkers. We walk gates when they need to go to toilet time and stuff, and that's it. That's all we do.
That's it? Nothing else?
Gates.
Terrible.
We
We're good.
gates.
We eat them.
We keep them.
Oh, we keep them. The gatekeepers.
Oh,
I want
God.
to be a gatekeeper.
Look, there's worse things you could be in the world. Can't think of them right now, but I'm sure they exist.
I guess so.
Now,
What's happening? What's going on? What's all the things?
well, one of the unfortunate bits of news, unfortunately, Nikki will still not be able to join us, as kind of mentioned last week.
And boo.
Just due to her current life situations, it's just not really tenable for her to be able to stream or be on stream with us at the moment, which is unfortunate, but we do have her blessing to continue on with the adventure because we are oh so close to the end.
She's
We
going through a
persevere.
metamorphosis. She's in a cocoon.
And she will come
nice.
out a butterfly, we think.
Now, because this is
think.
Nikki, it is important to clarify: is this a cocoon or is it a womb with a view?
I think that was more your idea, Nick.
Yeah, no, listen. I'm not taking that alone. I'm sorry.
No, don't.
That was
Don't.
a joint project.
I'm going to attach my name
Shit.
to that.
We share equal blame.
That's why it's still important to clarify.
One day I'm gonna have to do like one of those Reddit videos or something like that, like Reddit style videos where I just go over some of the weird stories of GMing over the years.
So my players made a womb with a view.
This is how you tackle if you were to come across this problem in the future.
Oh no, see, the easiest way to tackle that is saying no from the get-go. Like when a player looks across the table and goes, "So, a womb with a view," you go, "No, just no." But it was
The thing was, this was like the first time me and Matt had played in a game together, and he wasn't sure how to take me yet.
well, I was establishing a new play group. I wasn't as confident in my GMing as I am now. There were a lot of factors at play there. Also, it was a home game, so I'm a little bit looser when it comes to home games.
I feel with your experience now, you could handle a womb with a view.
Yeah, I think you got this, man.
I feel like I
I believe
could,
in you.
but if I was to do it on stream, there would have to be a lot more content warnings.
It'd be more tasteful, yeah.
Yeah, would it? Would
Little
it though?
curtains.
And by more tasteful, we will ship each of you a flavor card for a womb with a view.
Oh. But also, kind of segueing from that a little bit, I am currently on Moonbeam as well. We have the chat doc working at the moment, so I can see people's chats coming up. For Twitch-related reasons, I'm not allowed to post any links to the Moonbeam, but Moonbeam is a new streaming platform. Well, you can always hit up my socials, because I'm pretty sure I have something in my socials.
That's a really good point. We could creep your socials, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I did want to give a quick shout out to Pen and Paper, who apparently found me on YouTube and started like watching me on stream because they saw I was going live. And they sent a message before I went live. So I just wanted to give them a shout out. Hey, I do see you. And it is appreciated.
Yeah. But you also got to do live things, so you can't just be all like chatting on the internet for ages, right?
Pretty much.
We got a schedule, damn it.
Yeah, we do kind of have a
And
schedule.
Run a
keep
tight
to
ship
it.
around here.
Sometimes.
Schedule.
Shoo.
Felix,
Me?
you got a
That's
hero
you.
point. You can give
you.
one.
Grab favorite.
I'm just trying to figure if I got anything else in the way of announcements and stuff
Elves
like that.
invented being God's special princess.
God,
That makes sense.
I believe it.
They would invent something
they
like
would.
that.
Black Powder Magic and Plot, which has currently been in playtest for a couple of months now. Today, actually, we finalized the last items that we're adding to the retail version of it.
Nice.
Ooh, that's fancy.
We've added an entire chapter for spells, and we've also added, I think Dan's count when he was done was like 4 or 5 new artifacts.
Dang.
And one of them is a artifact item set using the Regalia rules from Treasure Vault. But it's for like level 20, and I read through it. I was like, this is amazing, but holy shit. I sent him a message being like, hey, Dan.
Set.
Yeah. So if you have all 3 artifacts, they get more powerful.
Yeah.
Hell
So
yeah.
it's not really 5 artifacts, it's like 8 artifacts. That is fantastic value for money. That's all I'm saying, you know?
That's too many artifacts.
No.
Remove
Not
2.
all at once, but like, you know,
I'm not gonna
maybe one for the
remove-
weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a holiday artifact.
And I've managed to get something that I've wanted to for a very long time for gunslingers. I have a specific gunslinger subclass in there now for air rifles. Or air
Really neat.
repeaters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's going to be a
Very
lot of
cool.
people be like, how does that work? They don't have a reload. I've got it handled. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. You just shut up until you read the book.
Yeah.
It is currently in layout. It is being done. We have the fantastic Elder Dreams, who has done plenty of work all over the third-party scene for Pathfinder. He was the one who did the work for Sinclair's. He's also done the work for Team Plus and a slew of other writers and creators out there. But he has graciously said that he is going to do Black Powder Magic and Plot for us. And once that's done, we'll put it out, and it should be all good and fantastic.
And sometimes you can see him do stuff like that on stream.
You absolutely can.
That's
Actually,
great.
do I have a command for him?
I don't know. But I know that
Hey, look at that.
I mean, Blue Sky.
Fancy, man.
yeah, I think last week was it? He actually went live with some layout for Black Matter Magic I can English. The
Oh
book.
yeah, it was pointed out to me not long ago that Black Powder is supposed to be 2 words, and I was like, "Fuck it, we bull."
Yeah, Black Powder Magic and Plot.
Yeah.
Brain was like Black Magic.
I'm just trying to think. I think that's it for the way of announcements, at least off the top of my head. I will say that I'm planning on doing some Moonbeam only streams in the future, just co-working stuff and like writing and development stuff, because it really doesn't work well on Twitch. Twitch hates that shit, and you get slammed down on the algorithm. Whereas Moonbeam's a little bit more gentle, and well, it doesn't really have an algorithm. But I'll be making some more announcements on that, but I need to finish off my actual realm in Moonbeam first. But all that said, how's everyone's week? Because I think I launched announcements without asking.
Week, I don't know. I went to a 1-year-old's birthday party today, and I am so pooped.
God, that'd be fun though.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun.
Did it have a bouncy
Yeah,
castle?
but they did not have a bouncy castle.
It's a 1-year-old. I doubt they'd have bouncy castles for 1-year-olds.
Their parents are carnies, so they had all of the like fun circus toys, like 50
I mean, that's better. Yeah.
giant bubble ones and literal painters buckets full of bubble fluid and I don't know stuff, hula hoops. It was fun. You had to be there, okay?
Oh, I don't doubt that. But no, I remember going to a couple of 1-year-old parties. It was more just an excuse for the parents to actually hang out with other adults for a little while.
At that age,
Yeah, it
it
was
would
definitely
be.
an aspect of that.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Anyone else had anything interesting happen this week?
Went to the birthday party yesterday, and it was in an arcade. That was fun.
Oh, nice.
See,
Wait.
I went to no one's birthday party this week, so I'm the odd one out here.
Well,
Get good.
neat.
Well, neither did I. So that's half of us went to a birthday party, and the other half didn't.
Okay, so
You
cool
can just
guys
throw a
with you
birthday party
guys.
whenever you want. Like it's not even illegal to just have them when it's not your birthday.
I cannot think of a worse thing to throw yourself multiple times a year.
Look, I'm one of those people that's quite happy to like go out to lunch by myself, but I think throwing myself a birthday party might be crossing some sort of line.
Now, clarifying question: if you throw yourself a party and you're naked, does that make it a birthday party because you're in your birthday suit?
I think so. That's how it works.
It really
Yeah.
depends on if you've
I'm sure.
invited anyone else there.
I mean, that's the other thing, isn't it?
Oh, then it goes from birthday party to an orgy.
I mean,
Yeah. Or a felony. I don't know.
Yeah.
eh. I mean, at that point, things are going a little bit off kilter. And speaking of, who wants to do the character introductions? I'm a master at segues.
I'll go. It's me. I'm Bill. I play Impostifer, the undead investigator. Fuck. I didn't think about this. Impostifer's getting really into like he's been introduced to snack foods.
Oh, yeah.
Like that concept was sort of wild. Thank you. He was like, meals happen at semi-regular intervals, and then that's it. That's all the eating you do. And then I think maybe Felix was like, no, you can just have like a little bit of food every now and then. He's
the fire and
into-
iceberg lettuce makes so much more sense now.
Yeah, he's really into salted snails. They're just really doing it at the moment. He can eat them by the fistful, and they're everywhere, even in the snow. Lift up a rock, boom, snails. He's got salt.
I'm sorry, what?
What?
It does not work that way for
It does
anyone at
in
home.
this world. It's make believe, and I said it does.
Moonspins by druids, snails are literally everywhere.
Yeah,
Impossible
under
for
every rock,
producing
snail. Desert, rock, snail. Arctic tundra, rock, snail. And unrelated to my fact, I was just handed a pizza, so I'm having a good time now.
What the hell? Steve
That's
Sam
not
had
fair.
pizza last night. What is this?
This sucks.
You do not have pizza if you do not share with the rest of the party.
Well, I'm sure
Well,
Bill
you
would
just-
share
Yeah,
if he
optional.
could.
What kind of pizza is it?
Oh, that's the question.
The pepperoni pizza.
See, still
I'm
good. I'd still take it.
That's basic, but it's good.
And Veliana?
Hello, I am Andrew. I'm JReach in chat, and I play Valiana Scordata, the Human Reflection Witch. And Valiana's fun fact is that she doesn't really have any strong feelings about the stars, but the look Antara gets when she discusses them is just the cutest thing to her, and Valiana enjoys that aspect of stargazing immensely.
See,
That's
I can get behind that. Bad butt? Someone was banned.
The generating pattern nat 90.
Neat.
And Felix?
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm Mada Maxwell in chat. I play Felix von Faber, the Elven Fighter. Felix's fun fact this week is that he has written so many letters to Gore after their last brief encounter that he has just decided to go screw it, writing a book now.
Wow. A whole book.
So Nick sent me a message earlier this week. I'm wondering if it's related now.
I'll never tell. It is.
It is? Okay.
You're writing all these letters, but you're not sending them anywhere, right? You just like write
Correct.
them and keep them. Yeah.
There's very few postal services between the planets.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
not
fair. I
none,
mean, like,
but just a few.
that's an opportunity for an enterprising young band of someone. I don't know. But
Snails everywhere, postman rare. Go figure.
yeah.
Well, when you
that
can magically
fresh
get
hip-hop
someone
song.
to send a message, postmen become less needed.
Mm-hmm. The what was I gonna say?
Lost
No,
it?
I lost it. Are you rewriting all of the letters into a book, or are you binding a book from the letters you wrote?
All the letters are going in the back of the book. The front of the book is going to be like, here's our journey and all the stuff you've missed.
Aww.
Is it that passive aggressive tone the entire way through?
No, that was unintentional.
Okay.
Well, Dwarf
That was just the Nick Charm.
Dwarf
I'm
over a
just
meme
always
beam
passively aggressive, I guess.
would like people to know that he has nothing to do with Gorm's disappearance, and has nothing to do with the fact that sending messages out of planet is more difficult at the moment.
Who's this? Names?
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Speaking of,
From Dwarf Down Under?
potentially. Speaking of,
Cool.
hello, hi. The voice you're hearing is mine. I'm Obscura, and the lovely visage you see before you is my Eldritch buddy, Deaton. We're kind of in a shared body situation, but you don't really have to worry about it because we always have a tendency to get our postage, even if we have to go and get it ourselves from the cold dead hands of those who would keep it from us. But no need to worry about that because
Good.
tonight we're here to do like Pathfinder-y shit. It's going to be a lot of fun. And as I switch over to map, I think so.
We're doing that thing called play pretend.
We are going to sit in front of our computers and hallucinate while staring at a screen. It's everything our parents warned us about.
I'm an elf.
Yeah, you are, buddy. Yeah, you are.
But who remembers what happened last week? Though I mean, a lot happened, but a lot also did not happen. Anyway.
Fought some dudes, got a sword.
Yeah. So we escaped from the temple of racist elf via some dog sleds with the help of Ulakuk, Fia, Riddleson, and Isthald. We journeyed for some time before setting up camp. There was some RP times with Compy and Fia had a big chat. Felix and Riddleson had a big chat. And then Beliana spent some quality time with Antara stargazing off camera. Yeah. We eventually traveled through a Yeti village, which was where Antara and Felix slaughtered the Yetis. And we reached a temple of the Yetis, which is kind of what you see on the screen right now, where we were planned to forge signature. It was guarded by a frost giant possessed by a Soyo, and some constellation archer people and a dragon, Drake. Antara and Rapstallion soloed the Drake. We defeated the giant, which caused the constellations to dissipate. Unleashed the Ice Forge and forged signature.
And that's pretty much where we left it. I think there was a little bit of posing that was done with the sword as well.
Yeah.
Just a wee bit.
Some cloud strife maneuvers.
And Felix also has a fancy new feat now.
Hello?
Yep.
Wow.
Or a few. I don't know if how much retraining into the archetype Felix did.
Just the one for now.
Okay.
As previously agreed upon.
Yes. Breed.
Yeah, you're just refamiliarizing yourself. This is what happens when it's like I make something like weeks in advance, let the player know, and then just we both kind of forget. But where we last left our heroes, Compy, you did get a feeling that you could open the portal that is hidden within the statue, or at least open the gateway hidden within the portal, and this will take you to. Well, you're not sure where it will take you, but it's been suggested that this will hopefully get you to Nameless Spires without having to do 68 days of travel.
Neat. That sounds like a good deal.
A very specific number there, Matt. I wonder where you're grabbing that from.
I'm grabbing it from the fucking book. That's where I'm grabbing it from.
It would be too crude if it was one more day.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that's exactly what they did. Just like, we can't have it at 69, so we'll just do 68. That's fine.
Cowards, a lot of them.
Yep.
Just the author going, damn, I was so close to greatness.
Look, I'm pretty sure a lot of things get slipped in. It's something designers do all the time.
The thing is with some of the APs I've read, a 69 joke would be the least crude thing I've read.
Oh, yeah. Making it 70 would have been less obvious. No, that is very true.
Listen, beat panties. You can start anything about making things up. Fantastic name.
Just know, we're not talking about socks. That's something totally different.
Well, I guess the biggest question here is there any last minute preparations you want to make?
Yeah, it looks safe here. Let's sleep.
Yeah.
You want to sleep here? You can absolutely sleep here.
I think so. What do you think? What is everyone?
I'm
Felix is
down.
already asleep.
I'm down like half my spells.
Yeah, I mean the forge is still set up. Like,
Yeah.
I could just curl into the calls again. We had a big day, you know?
It was a pretty big day.
Very emotional.
Wow.
A lot happened. It's very true.
Yeah.
Aw, villain points. Thank you. I'm probably gonna
My
get some
favorite
use for 'em.
D10 is the one that's not trying to kill me.
I think most are in that kind of I don't think
Might
I've...
just be me though.
Yeah, it's possible. It depends on whether the rolling streak people were having last night continues on to today. But you all should be fine.
Was it dangerous?
I don't think Sam rolled above a 10.
I don't think any of us rolled above a 10.
Yeah, I've had those sessions.
Yeah. And everyone's just kind of like,
You gotta roll with it sometimes,
"Ooh."
right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they were suddenly in like a horror part of the adventure, and everyone was kind of like, this was not what we expected at all. But resting, sleeping, relaxing.
Yeah, Feliana will pull out her violin.
Play a little bit.
Yeah. Totally forgot I had that. Because we got that at the very start of the AP.
You did. Now, I have to ask, are you playing what kind of music are you playing?
Who's in charge of the music?
I think Valiana.
That's the old squad.
I think she starts off with something, like a lead up to, because we're going into like the final step of this journey.
Yep.
So, kind of like that. I don't know what it's called, but usually right before like the going into the final encounter, there's that like lead up music.
Mm-hmm.
So she's playing something like that, and then she goes takes requests.
Fair.
Well, Rilson asked for something, a traditional Ustalavian ditty that gets played in taverns an awful lot.
Dun 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 dun.
Do 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 do. That's about all we can dupe of that little tune. But he does, as you kind of get into it, he does join you and starts singing along with it. He has a very deep baritone of a voice, and it does tend to carry and reverberate. Well, it wasn't like he was going to have a falsetto, was it?
You never
I
know.
guess so.
Yeah, you look at that man's face, you tell me what kind of voice is coming out of that.
I would
go
be
either way.
surprised if you could go full on high pitch.
What, that face?
Yeah. Like,
Oh, what a
kind of
face.
looks, I'd say Squidward.
Well, he didn't bring his oboe, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, could definitely see like a high pitched kind of noise come out of him.
Well, he's obviously not a professional singer, but it's enough to carry a tune, and it is somewhat comforting on this cold night. Thankfully, the recession in the bowl of this temple or monastery keeps you mostly protected from the winter chill, and the forge is helping as well. Felix, you gonna set up your dog tent?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Tent made out of dog.
I mean, it's not made out of dogs.
Made out of dogs, Matt.
Yeah, basically, I get all the dogs in a pile and I just crawl under it.
They put one post up in the middle, and they all lean on it.
No, you gotta start off with, you don't crawl under it because there's so many dogs. You can get on top of some of them, have some of them get on top of you, and then you're cocooned in dogs.
No, wait,
You
I
know
got it.
Voltron.
No, wait, I got it.
I'm the midsection of Voltron.
So,
Yeah.
new magic item. It's a tent. And it's only really big enough to fit like 2 people. It's a little bit extra dimensional, but not that excessively. But as soon as you kind of crawl inside and you go to sleep, you get snuggled by like 2 big fluffy dogs. It's a pup tent.
Hey, Matt, have you ever seen the concept art for Frozen, where she's wearing a coat made out of living minks?
Yeah. Like that.
Yeah, can I get one of those magic items, but it's a tent?
No.
And
This is
sometimes maybe a coat.
this is Felix. We have to be true to form. No, this is a tent, but it's like the monster house.
Got a
So
Eupla?
Felix gets swallowed whole.
You beat me to it. God damn it.
Literally the only thing I remember about that movie.
I remember it being awfully scary for a kids movie, but
It was.
grand tradition of kids movies. The parents are more scared of it than the kids are. It's a girl house. There it is. But warming by the fire, sharing kind of what may be one of your last nights together before everything goes down. If there's,
Foreboding.
if there's anything you want to say to like the NPCs, now would be the time.
Any of y'all work out how I'm supposed to get to another planet?
Fia puts up her hand.
Oh, good.
Well, There's currently a barrier around Galarian. We're not really talking about it or kind of spreading the news about that because we're hoping it's very temporary. But once that barrier is down, I have been given permission by the Pathfinder Society to take you through the maze.
The what?
The Pathfinder Society has a maze that's connected to pretty much everywhere.
That seems really inefficient.
It really does.
Oh no, it's fine. You get used to it after a little while.
Oh, well, that's good then.
There
But
is
what if someone casts Dimension Lock? Then what, Matt?
Oh, it is so much more
if
powerful
someone
than
casts-
Dimension Lock.
What if someone casts the maze within the maze?
Doesn't work.
Double maze.
It's been tried.
Nested mazes the whole way down. It unmazes.
But no,
So-
after this society almost lost an entire room of kids, we've put a lot more like safety measures in place.
I have several questions that I'm not going to unpack with that one sentence you just brought up. So you know the way through the maze to get to
Akaton?
that's the one, Akaton?
I don't personally, but the Tanukis that live in the maze will.
They live in a maze?
Yeah, they live in the
Matthew.
extra-dimensional maze.
Amazing.
Fia says, I'm not even making this up.
I think you are. Veliana said, I have to be skeptical because not everyone tells the truth.
Look, I think it's weird that we have Tanukis living in the extra-dimensional maze as well, but they're pretty down for a party, so it's not a bad thing.
What do they put?
Gives Composter a silver star.
Yeah.
But no, that's how we're going to get you to Akaton.
Fantastic.
We don't have a lodge on Akaton, but we have a way there.
And it goes back, right?
Yes. We may have to stop in at the Plane of Fire.
Fireplace.
So is there like a plan B that doesn't involve the Pathfinder Society? Just out of curiosity.
That's safe? No, really.
Great.
I mean, we could try the telescope
don't
thing
know.
again.
No.
You don't want to rocket through the void?
Not twice. It's gotta be an elf gate.
That goes to Akaton?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe from Castrovel, but even then, getting to Castrovel is easier if you take the maze.
God, I hate the Pathfinders so much.
What? Someone's got to do all this.
I imagine
I've heard
if
very bad things have happened to my niece from the Pathfinders. She has a big chip on her shoulder.
Felix, I imagine if we give
Yeah.
Composter for like 3 months, he can find a better way.
Imposter, get on that.
Okay. I reckon I could forge a gate.
Fear just kind of looks at you and goes, well, just build a new gate?
That's
Yeah, but I don't know where it would go.
crazy idea. The Compostifer, with your keystone, it might be possible to decide where it goes.
Ooh, that's a good point. Well, I mean, it sucks to be anyone else, but
Okay, I was actually
pulls out
wondering...
a piece of loose parchment and starts scrolling madly.
Fear kind of puts her hand up and goes, look, okay, I'm actually curious about the keystone. Are you still going to have it once this is all done?
I mean, either I'll die or I don't think so.
Sorry, can we take a step or two back? Are you talking about
physically stand backwards?
Are you talking about in the fight with Osoyo, or are you suggesting the keystone's going to kill you?
I think I have to use the keystone to fix or unfix. It's complicated. The gate network, and I think it might kill me. But
We're not going to let that happen.
Roger says that it's okay. So I don't know.
Everyone around the fire suddenly looks more nervous.
Oh, I guarantee you it's going to be fine.
Oh, that's good.
Well, sometimes the roll of a die just tells the story that needs to be told.
I think the thing that's important about that is the check that was made.
For those listening, Veliana just did a deception check and got a 32. I'm not sure how that goes against Compostifer's perception check, or perception DC, but
I think my DC is 29, so I think it's fine. And I would be at a penalty because I don't think I would be looking scrupulously at anything that my party members are saying.
no, probably not. Well,
Riddleson,
yes.
I know I give you a hard time and everything, but you're an all right dude.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. I think once this is all done, I'm just going to go into medical practice again.
Don't do tests on people.
No,
Like
medical.
bunions and stuff.
Don't do what was happening in the basement. Just don't.
Well, no, that's definitely not going to be a thing that happens. I'm honestly thinking
Is
of
there
selling
much
the
of a
manor.
call for- It's much of a call for GPs when health potions exist.
Well, a health potion doesn't set a bone.
No, you need mending for that.
A health potion won't regrow an arm, so if that needs retouching, you kind of need a doctor for that.
Sounds like a saturated market.
A little bit, but there's also other things like, did you know that there's magically resistant diseases and illnesses out there?
Where?
That sounds bad.
No, it's just regular illnesses. They're resistant to magic because magic has been used to cure them so often. They've just kind of grown resistant to it.
Like here?
I mean, probably not here.
Are you sick?
No, I feel like I'm in good health. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's a field of research that's actually getting a lot of traction in Ustalav. I know of a doctor who's doing some interesting things with mold.
I can imagine that there's another group in Ustalav that are also doing research on that particular subject.
Well, I mean, frontier science. It's all a little unstable.
Well, I mean, the Urgathoans do like to toss out diseases.
Well, I hope the whole Whispering Tyrant thing gets settled soon. Though, I'd like to think that would be our issue after all this is done.
Yeah.
But, definitely a holiday. Somewhere where it's warmer. Marginally, anyway.
Yes, it is freezing out here.
Like, I'm somewhat used to this because Ustalav gets pretty cold in the winters, but he looks up to the night sky as the wisps of snow continue to go across the sky. I'm noticing the stars are dying out as well. I think it's not bothering with the illusion as much anymore.
Oh boy.
Which might be a good thing if he's being pushed hard enough that he has to focus more and more on that.
I hope that's the case. But no, you're going to be heroes. You're going to save the day. We're all going to get to the Nameless Spires, and you're going to defeat a god.
Maybe.
That we are.
And unless anyone has anything else to say, the rest of the evening will pass without incident. The lack of northern lights up here is something of a disturbance for Antar, who was led to believe that it was kind of a regular occurrence, especially in the colder months up here. And
Yeah, what a ripoff.
And considering all of you are quite well aware that 3 gods are currently doing battle with Soyo's essence or spirit, doesn't really bode well that the lights have kind of started to fade out. But she steels herself. She knows what she has to do. When the morning comes, it is early. This close to the crown of the world, days and nights become a little bit more variable than what you're probably used to. But the time eventually comes to open the gate.
Y'all ready?
Let's do this.
Let's raise Verpy.
Ready?
Crack the forge down and see if I can dial the gate. Chevron 1, that kind of business.
Oh, that's a good old Stargate.
What's with your groups in avoiding the PFS? I don't know, Dwarf. I truly don't. No one likes the PFS for some reason. I've had groups openly antagonistic to them.
It must be something Matt does. I've played in other tables where Pathfinder Society was completely acceptable.
Yeah.
Never
I
on a
think
table.
some of it is a lot of Matt's groups know more about the society, especially how the society originally operated,
Yeah.
which
In a
has
world
tainted
it
the
was-
views
Oof.
because they're very early on. They're very much, it belongs in a museum, and by that it belongs in our vaults. And so they'd steal cultural artifacts.
In Pathfinder 2, their main they still do that, but it's with permission from local cultural groups. And usually it's accompanied by, this is an artifact that could potentially destroy your entire country. Is it okay if we just kind of put it in a vault? And they're usually like, yeah, you know what? That's fine. Can we look at it from time to time? Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Wasn't that a whole big part of the first season was to rectify a lot of the issues that they'd caused?
Yep.
First season of the second edition.
Yep. I've ran players through quite a few of them.
Yeah.
But all that said, you ready to do this, Compostifer?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little nervous, but I understand the theory. Let's give it a go.
All right. Well, I want to say an occultism check for you.
Oh.
Unless you want to suggest another check in order to open this gate. I am open to other ideas.
Occultism sounds fine with me.
Can I aid?
You could aid if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, essentially help focus and channel the magics.
He's gonna have to do it by himself one day.
Yeah, but it's more about preparing him to do it. You know, make sure that he can master it with the training wheels on, and then let him go free. So yeah, you get a +3.
Yep.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah.
I got a 41, Matt.
41?
So Veliana is like standing just behind, hands on. Ooh, no, maybe not hand on my shoulder.
No.
They probably don't like touching Compostopher. They're probably very close and supportive. And whatever the gate opening description is, I'm sure something Matt has. But like Compostopher starts doing his thing. And it's working, and he gets like excited. And he like looks at Veliana and he's excited. And Veliana's like, yeah, good job. And he's like, Felix, no, look at me.
It's
I'm so
happening.
proud of you.
It's happening.
Well, I was like, prepare a gold star.
No,
Well, I'm not sure if you're going to like the description or not. I'll be completely honest. But as we remember from the map, there was a giant statue of a Yeti. Perhaps shaved, you're not quite sure. Kind of sitting crisscross applesauce with their hands kind of together. As you begin to open the portal, the hands begin to part and kind of start to pyramid a little bit more as a portal begins to appear between his hands. And as this happens, his feet kind of spread a little bit as well and kind of point up a bit more until they kind of form this circular, almost gate-like structure.
Cool. That's neat.
Through the gateway, you can see various spires off in the distance.
Should we go there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it.
Off we trot.
Also, Compostopher, I feel like I should let you know that you got a critical success, but only just.
Heck yeah, only just is all you need, baby.
Yeah, I was about to say, Permafrost, there's a lot of doctors in the SCP Foundation. You step through the gateway to the Nameless Spires. You're a fair distance away from them, but they're definitely very obvious.
Start.
Yeah, it's they're not ambiguous.
Not at all.
Very clear what we're looking at. And then it dawns on everyone, if they are so unique, how is it they remain unnamed?
They were clearly waiting for you, Compostopher.
Clearly.
What?
Well,
Do I have to
time
click
to
something? What's
spend
going on?
all the channel points. How many spires are there?
There we go.
There's 6. Time to make 6 names.
Well, some of them have
Never
in
good when
fact
there's, like, a
fallen
black
down.
mass.
And just because they've fallen down and can't get up doesn't mean they're not deserving of a name.
We call that the Fallen Tower.
Fall 1, fall 2, fall 3. Up 1, up 2, up 3.
God. Nestled between each of the spires are buildings. A city once built here out of a strange green stone. Standing kind of up from even some of the taller structures is a hexagonal temple-like structure.
Felix, it's like the book that we read.
the towers and the hexagonal structure. It's weird
Green
that it was that
and-
specific.
Yeah.
And don't
The
forget
people-
the sequel, The Green Gardens.
Oh, nice.
As you approach the spires themselves, there's a strange wind that's blowing around the area. It doesn't seem to be consistent. Sometimes it's blowing from the west, other times it's from the east. Sometimes it even feels like it's blowing from directly above.
Ooh, high pressure, eh? So
I need perception checks from
with
everyone.
modern spires, how big are these spires we talking?
Well, Fia speaks up at your question, Compostfer, and says, well, according to legend, at one point the spires reached 2,000 feet into the sky.
Yeah.
And kind
Ain't
of
seen shit.
held together at the top in a curve, but it's been hundreds, thousands of years since then.
So what does it look like they are now?
Some of them have crumbled away. I'm pretty
Three
sure
apples tall,
that one's only 800 feet now,
knee high to a grasshopper,
comparatively speaking.
Mm.
built by Smurfs.
Can we?
Wait.
Can I climb it?
I mean, you could climb it.
Oh,
Wait, so the animal companions were
can
the
see.
only ones that succeeded on the check?
On the bright side,
Why did
Dalanex can
this-
speak.
Dalanex can actually speak. Dalanex will actually point out several like impacts in the snow as if being left by giant footsteps.
How giant?
oh, I was too busy
Imagine
looking up.
casting
to look
those
down.
shoes.
And particularly at one point when the wind seems to blow violently from the east, now that Dalanex has pointed it out, it's almost like something slides in the snow, but you can't really see it.
Whee!
Leads?
Okay. So is there somewhere that looks like we have to go into, or like we're here now? What?
Well, Fia points to one of the largest sections of Blackfrost that's beginning to split open the land. And she says, well, we can explore the city a little bit, see if we can find any clues.
Blue hunting.
Otherwise, we can kind of just make a beeline to the temple, or, you know, check out one of the giant crevasses of Blackfrost.
I don't want to do that last one.
Sounds scary. Like, can we look for clues in the city? Let's
yeah,
look for clues
no,
in the city.
Let's look around the city a bit. We should get our bearings on what's going on.
Wonder how long people were here for ago when they left. Did they leave? Are the people from that other town here now?
Well, you're asking the question, Composter. I'm going to get another perception check from you.
You betcha. May I search thoroughly?
You may, in fact, search thoroughly.
Yeah. You watch this. It will be the same as before. Oh yeah, baby. It was the same as
It was the same as before.
Does he do?
I like how your
Nailed
pursuit
it.
lead is the same as thorough search.
Yeah. I would like to.
Yeah.
I'll use a hero point, please.
Okay.
Oh, that's a bit better. I
Oh,
got
that's much better.
34.
Whether you like this or not, I'm not sure. But, Compulsifer, as you kind of look around, everyone kind of gives you that look as if, oh, Compulsifer is naively looking around for something. But, Compulsifer, as you kind of touch around a little bit and feel the snow, you can kind of feel
I pick up some flakes and I like hold my hand with my fingers pointing at the ground and sort of like riffle my fingers together. So I just like let loose flakes like you would with a bit of dirt, you know? And I watch the way it falls. Yeah. And then I eat some. That's it.
You do kind of taste death on your tongue as you taste the snow. And brushing away some of it, you reveal the transparent ground, and beneath it, what looks to be hundreds, perhaps thousands of people frozen in the snow.
No, I ate it. Ugh. Thought I was going to regret that. I knew it. As soon as it was leaving my mouth, I was like, no, I shouldn't have said to eat it. I like brushed a huge bit of it away and like waved everyone over. Yeah.
What have we said about eating random things?
I was trying to get a feel for the flavor of it, you know? Like they say, what's the flavor of a city? And I didn't understand, and I thought maybe if I had some snow. But this is maybe more important, and he looks very sadly at the ground.
As Compulsifer points out the bodies in the ice, for the most part, you recognize these as people from Skywatch, the city from what it feels like a lifetime ago. It seems like most of them managed to get here one way or another. Whether they were still alive by the time they reached here, you're unsure. But there's many of the bodies in the ice that you do not recognize. Their style of dress seems far older, from times and places you don't even recognize. There's bodies in the ice where you don't even recognize what ancestry they are, what species even. Some of them do seem to be wearing the uniforms of the Obsidian Oath, but not all of them.
Obsidian Earth. Interesting. Does it look like, are they like, how do I ask? How do they, are they like laying down? What, are they in pain? Like, were they midway through walking? How are they sort of arranged?
They seem to be pretty arranged pretty haphazardly. Some of them seem posed. Others seem to have just kind of died in the snow and just sunk.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not like it happened in an instant and everyone was surprised sort of thing. Like they're yeah, okay.
Some of them look surprised. Hey, all things fantasy. How you doing?
If, like, mainly, well, not mainly, but like, is there risk that suddenly there's going to be like a mass of water appear from somewhere and then instantly freeze us in it? You know,
you don't think so?
A risk to us?
So, good news, bad news.
There's a bear.
News, bad news.
The good news is that you don't believe that there's immediate risk here.
Okay.
The bad news is that this is probably the army that you've heard rumors of. The army that is waiting for Osoyo's awakening, their return from imprisonment to take over all of Galarian.
So these people are probably in like stasis.
Well, you know they use zombies, So,
They could thaw out, maybe.
oh, they're on ice. At the very least.
Get
They've
out,
been
man.
fridged for the time being.
Yeah, a power that be might be able to get them out.
Figure takes a look and goes, I think some of these will be far beyond saving. Though,
Especially that.
though I will say, if we can get through all this, I wouldn't mind bringing a team here for an archaeological dig. Like,
Yes. Remember, they are/were people. They're not just historical sediment layers.
oh, of course, like, we'll do our due diligence and everything else, but
I don't think there's anything more to see here, friends.
Yeah, no.
entering into the city itself, you're still unsure of what the green stone is. If people want to do crafting checks, or if you have something geology related, you can do that instead.
Everyone knows gossip lore.
Gossip lore.
Honestly,
What kind of emeralds?
I
are
will
they?
allow
Is
gossip
the-
lore for this.
It's a recall knowledge.
Green- Is it a stone or is it a metal?
It appears to be a stone.
Okay.
Nah.
I don't know. I'm still worried about all the dead people under the road.
Veliana, you have heard of... Actually, no, Andrew, you would know of a similar thing for this. Belisarius, the Rune Lord of Greed, I think.
No, Belisarius is not the Rune Lord of Greed. Belisarius is the
Envy.
Rune Lord of Envy.
Yes.
Karzog is Greed.
Her Emerald City. It seems to be made of a similar crystal.
Okay.
Kind of a magically infused stone. Similar to NyQuil.
That was going to be my follow-up, because when you brought up Rune Lords, I'm like, are you talking about the sky metal? Because each of the... because there's the 7 sky metals that are also associated with the sins.
You get the feeling that this was probably... This isn't a Thessalonian structure. Like, none of these structures are Thessalonian in build. But there is definitely a crossover there. As if whoever built these was operating on... Probably at a similar time, honestly.
Oh, this is quite ancient. Around the same time as Thassalon, actually. This might have been inspired by what is the Emerald Cities called?
While you're looking that up, though.
Yeah.
The buildings around here, however, they seem to keep to irregular shapes. It almost feels more like a mosaic than proper architecture. The doors and windows, what were here once, have long since been destroyed by just the elements in general. The city has been abandoned for what feels like thousands of years. However, all of you have a strange sense of deja vu as you walk the streets.
What, we might have been here before?
Yeah.
This is like Zin Adesseral.
We got
Gotta
you.
love it. Yeah. Gonna put that in chat for everyone to know my pain of how do I pronounce this?
Zinadacerol.
Zin Adesseral. Yeah.
I like Zinshalast. That's a nice easy.
Zinch is easy.
Love that one.
I also find it interesting that that each of there's the province, which is, and then they just toss Zin in front of it for the city. Bakraken is also an easy one.
Yeah.
Which was adjacent to Shalast.
Though helpfully, the hexagonal temple in the center kind of declares it very much as not being associated with the Rune Lords at all.
Yeah, it need to be 7-sided instead of 6-sided.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that.
They can't abide by 6-sided things. Which is funny considering most of them have a d6 for their hit points.
No, maybe.
It's a wizard archetype.
Oh well, I was thinking 1E.
No, that is very true. But it was still a lot differently back then. But does anyone else have any other questions about the city?
I don't think so.
Does the stone have any special qualities?
Despite the green hue to it, it kind of feels a lot like marble. Has a similar shine to
it. Does it have the same magical treatment that a lot of Thessalonian ruins have that allows it to kind of self-repair and last for 10,000 years?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
The stonework has kept its shape because it is stonework. But whatever enchantments may have been placed upon these walls and these buildings have long since fled by now. But as you continue through the city, every now and again you do hear whispers. And you see kind of these delicate veins of Blackfrost just going across various surfaces. Sometimes they appear almost like puddles in the ground. Growing, just ever so slowly.
Yeah, but not leaving a place that they already are, sort of thing.
Correct.
What's the... If I was to, use a slightly educated guesstimate, how long do I think it might take for this Blackfrost to consume or cover the city?
At its current rate, it would probably take years.
Okay. It's not like we're going to get swallowed up in it in a day, sort of thing.
No.
Because I don't want to touch the Blackfrost.
But the Blackfrost wants to touch you.
I'm aware. And that is part of the reason I don't want to touch it. Should we go to the temple, maybe? I don't know.
Yes.
Probably. I don't imagine there's much to be found here that'll be useful to us in our goal.
No, it's a lot of...
Imagine there's quite a lot of interesting things to be found though, but that's more your purview. Veliana says, kind of gesturing to Fia.
Who's already kind of halfway putting a vase into her bag. What? Yeah, no, let's go to the temple.
Yeah.
Maybe hold off on the vase. I don't want it to accidentally get broken when we, have to face a god.
Oh, no, this is a handy haversack. It's fine.
They've probably got better ones at the temple.
Probably.
That looks like a peasant vase.
Wow.
I mean, peasant vases are just as important as everyone else's vases.
Phosphor just casually like, I can make something better than that in my sleep.
Exactly right. He's like, I mean, it's green and that's cool, but don't you think that the whole green thing is kind of like done here?
A little bit too
So
much.
does Compositor know he's insulting something a kid in kindergarten made for their parent for Parents' Day?
Can you imagine what some orange would do in this space? Blow your freaking mind. Let me tell you what.
I mean, they probably had other colors once upon a time, but unfortunately, just blown away by the snow.
No, I got it. The entire city was copper at one point.
It's just tarnished.
Rogan's cracking jokes.
It's just oxidized.
I mean, that's not bad, Grogan. Approaching the temple, as you get closer to it, it kind of rises up and above from the other buildings around it. Kind of ziggurat-like in its formation. It looks less like a carved building and more like hundreds of these stones in blocks just piled one on top of the other to give it its kind of
Like
hexagonal
gems?
shape. To what?
Like cut gems?
Kind of. Like it's obvious the blocks fit well together. And as you get closer, you can see that many of the blocks are engraved with various depictions of yetis. The Suman Ka priests performing various rituals.
So, like, favorably.
Favorably?
The depictions of the Yetis are favorable? Like it was done by Yetis? Or like villainized by a peoples that feared the Yeti?
No, it just appears to be pretty neutral. The Yeti priests going about the rituals, their acts of worship.
Is this temple... sorry, did we say it's a temple?
It does appear to be a temple of some sort.
Or is it a palace? Okay, so it's like a religious or cultural building, not a palace for like a ruler.
Unless this was an oligarchy. That's theocracy.
Theocracy.
Okay, yep, that's a fair point. Yeah.
And Tara kind of places her hand on the stone. And she says, This was built by Findalaro.
For once, this was made by elves.
It's always made by elves.
Made by Findalara, but it was dedicated to Plura.
No.
Do we need to develop cube-shaped bullets and then march on the Rune Lords? Somehow, I don't think D6s are going to work on the Rune Lords. As you approach the actual entrance of the temple, there appears to be some sort of shimmering wall of force, blocking any passage to the door itself. It almost has a mirror-like sheen to it. And as you approach, you see another figure appear in the mirror-like surface. Very close to where Veliana is positioned. Love the exasperated sigh.
That's Veliana. That is Veliana in character.
Yeah, I took that as role playing.
Yeah. Oh no, I took it as role-playing as well.
Okay, good. Sometimes clarification's needed.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But the Blackfrost Maiden does appear in the mirrored surface.
Veliana gives a mocking bow.
Aw, you're bowing to me already. Pleasant. A bit late, but pleasant.
Oh, this is merely a goodbye.
You can always join us again, Viliana. We miss you ever so much.
Aw.
I don't know. I'm kind of. To be honest, these guys are cooler. Just gesture to the people around me.
Sup, losers?
I don't know, but I feel like our future's looking pretty bright.
I was just looking brighter. Gesture to Antara.
Smooth.
Very smooth. There is a slight blush from Antara.
But this is where you get on. You do your big monologue. We try to talk you into surrendering. You don't, and yeah.
Well, I don't have a monologue prepared, I'm sorry. I don't think either of us have been one for long-winded speeches.
You clearly don't know me.
But no, I'm more here to... I don't know, offer an ultimatum? I don't know if that's the right term. But I must admit, I have grown jealous of you, Veliana.
Rightfully so.
You have managed to find love, even in such terrible, terrible times. And I will be the first to confess that I too have chosen a lover.
Yeah. You know, you don't have to copy me in everything, right?
She's a queen. I feel like I gotta step up from a knight.
So is Zendara. Your point?
Well, my point being is that she's currently in the middle of a ritual that will quickly engulf the city. So, you can try to bypass this wall of force that I have put so much effort into. Or, you can go and see if you can find my queen. You want to give the counteract a try?
Yeah, sure.
That will not work.
Oh.
Oh, you're appointed?
I was hoping.
Yeah, no, look, I don't blame you for trying. It does not budge. And she kind of laughs. Oh, look, it's been empowered by a Soyo. You're gonna need to try a lot harder than that.
It was worth a try.
Though, I must say, I thought you'd have more urgency. Oh no, it's fine. Well, good luck. And she just fades back into the wall. Time to chat
Are you
it up.
talking to yourself?
Pardon?
Were you talking to yourself?
Just a bit.
Oh. Okay.
At the very least, I have a feeling that her and I are the same.
Who?
Villian looks at Compost for, like, strangely. The Black Frost Maiden, didn't you see?
There was a different person, composter. They were just talking through a mirror.
Oh, yeah.
Wah!
Magic.
Wizard did it, did they? That's it.
Classic.
Classic wizards.
Yeah.
Always with their magics.
You know how we talk to Gore through the mirror?
Yeah. I remember that.
It's like that. Just
Is that
she
awful
looks
lady?
like me.
Yeah, I don't like her.
Yeah,
She
she's
sucks.
Yeah, that she does.
Yeah, she's not as cool as you.
She needs to get a much better makeup routine, and she needs to really work on getting those knots out of her hair.
Awfully specific, but okay.
It's Veliana. Of course, it's going to be awfully specific.
Meg the villain. Jeez.
If we can't hurt them physically, we will always go for emotional damage.
Always.
And when we do go for emotional damage, we go for the jugular.
So, this queen doing a ritual. That sounds important.
That it does.
Fia says, so we split up?
Yeah, I wish I'd prepared more of my detection spells today.
I mean, just follow the whispering, yeah?
Yes, Tom.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, but
Blackfrost.
Can the dogs like do that thing where they do like a dog point? They listen and then dog point.
the dogs don't appear to hear it. Ishtal says, unless they are tuned for magic, they won't hear it.
Oh, can you hear it?
Yeah, just slow turn to Ishthald.
I can hear it.
Thank you.
Turn to magic, you say?
Northeast, southwest.
How to?
That's the opposite way. Twice. Two opposite ways. What?
I believe this constitutes divine conquer.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Gesture to the A team.
Yeah.
And you gesture to the B team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ulukak can take all the dogs.
Aww.
It might be for the best, Felix. Knowing us, we just put the dogs in danger.
What if it gets cold?
It's always bloody cold here.
The whispers do seem to be coming more from the southwest.
Okay, so wait, which one are we taking on? The queen or the?
You'll be taking on the queen.
I don't know.
Well, can I attempt to identify a bit of the ritual from the magic that's permeating the air?
You can give it a shot. I'll give you an occultism check. Yes, that's odd. Oddity identification will work here.
Sounds good.
Ooh, nice roll too. It seems to be some sort of channeling ritual. As if they're trying to channel the pure power of the Blackfrost into the spires itself. And then you kind of think about the construction, or at least the original construction of the spires themselves. They might be working on a gateway of their own.
Ooh.
Oh, to fully pull out Isoyo.
Well, not just that. So Soyo can go to the other planets.
Oh,
God.
burns.
Trying to get through this
Oh.
planet exile brain.
Good news, Felix. And
Nah.
bad news. Which one would you prefer first?
Hit me with the bad news.
The bad news is if we don't stop this, Gora's in danger.
Okay.
The
What's
good news is
news?
after we stop this, we might be able to repurpose this in order to the spies here in order to get to Akaton.
Hell yeah.
But what about the
No,
maze?
Suck at Pathfinders.
Take your maze.
We're gonna use this highly unstable eldritch construct that was built by an elder god. It's gonna be so much better.
Honestly, might be.
So, head towards the Whispers.
Indeed.
Boop.
Matt, while we're traveling, can I do my classic thing of trying to listen to the Whispers and whisper just out of sync so it messes them up?
Well, they're already out of sync, so there's not much you can do about that.
What the hell? This is clearly a
Now, opposite question. Can Felix whisper and sync in order to mess them up even more?
It's gonna be May.
really more of a Backstreet Boy.
Who isn't?
They just had really good music clips, okay? Better than anything NSYNC had.
Yeah.
Wow, shots fired. Yes.
No, the Backstreet Boys are good.
Like, Larger Than Life was an amazing video clip. I don't think a single boy band has come close since.
I don't like these ones' faces, but the Archer makes me giggle.
The Archer makes you giggle.
Yeah, there's something goofy about that one.
Well, they all seem to be chanting and channeling this ritual towards the spire itself. You can see corpses kind of frozen in the snow, similar to the ones outside the city, but these ones seem to be a lot closer.
Mm-hmm.
But
because she's been mentioned a couple of times.
Archer.
What?
Can I say the Archer looks it's got the body of a, that looks like a man's head.
It's just Rictus. She's not 100% alive.
He's having the best time of her life, clearly.
It's because they don't have limbs.
I've seen that face before.
Yeah, Tales of the Crypt.
Oh god.
And
Hello, kitties!
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. But just that smile. You know, when they said that you gotta take pleasure in your job, they were not talking about that. Ah.
Also, this probably isn't a job to her. This is probably a calling.
Oh no, so they're like weirdly moral and passionate about it too.
Now she
Must
has
be insufferable at dinner parties.
she is actually a named NPC, but we will do our best as always.
But is her name as cool as Rictus Morticia Adams?
Oh, that's a good name.
Boop. Boop. Boop.
Especially when we haven't heard her name yet.
Well, if you want to give me a gossip lore check.
Social.
You know, I don't use that enough. So yes.
Society will also work. It'll just be hotter. But Veliana is just rolling like fire.
Unless it's a spell magic.
Yeah. Oh no, you're going to get into this fight and any spell attack, it's going to be under 10.
But me and recall knowledge checks have always been high.
Considering the Blackfrost Maiden's mentioning of a queen, and the people from Skywatch having made their way here. You think this is the Queen of Skywatch? The last ruler
There's
who...
Morticia Adams, the famous Queen of Skywatch.
You know,
The seventh of her name.
when she was talking about a queen, I honestly was thinking of someone better looking.
I mean, royalty is well known for inbreeding.
Yeah. Does result in having no lips.
Yeah, she's not even undead. She just looks like that.
Wow, brutal. Yet more
It's
unreasonable.
not her fault she has jaundice, okay?
I hope to God she can hear this entire conversation.
Specifically, the book says that she cannot.
Aw.
They don't have much oranges up here, so vitamin C is lacking. She's got scurvy. It's a shame.
It's not even the cool scurvy where you're a pirate is also.
We've seen these guys before, right?
Yeah, you've seen the Blackfrost zombies.
Yeah, I'm confident I've knowledged the heck out of those guys. On site, I'm going to pull out some lettuce.
A fire. Fire is also good.
Don't think we have any fire on us.
Which frankly amazes me at this point.
Listen, man, when was the last time we went to a shop?
I have one fire spell,
Yeah.
and by fire
Once upon a
spell,
time,
I'm talking
I was
about
gonna try-
shadow spell that does fire.
That count. I was gonna try and put fire on my knife thing, but just forgot. So here we are.
You will get a chance at a shop before this is all over.
Well, maybe someone will remind me to make fire
Yeah.
war razor or something.
Hey, it
More fire
might be
good.
Roger.
Probably gonna be Roger.
Probably gonna be Roger.
I've got
Yeah,
a couple.
Roger, God damn it.
I've got a couple of ideas
We'll be
rolling
able to
around in my
like a
head.
Fire aspect squirrel or something.
I got a couple of ideas rolling around in my head. Might not be Roger though. The gods aren't allowed to enter this place.
Not with that attitude.
But what's the plan?
Hey, folks, can y'all see those people over there?
Yeah, that's that weird one that's grinning at us. Is the Blackfrost Maiden's side piece?
You want me to try and shoot them?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's apparently a queen, and I don't know who would worship that.
I think I can just shoot them from here. Like I pull out my crossbow. Like this thing, I think it'll just do it.
If you hit, you'll get a gold star.
Oh, it's all coming up for a gold star.
You want to take the shot?
Matt, I would like to attempt to cheese it from here, please.
Well, there's a reason she has a longbow as well. Just gotta point that out.
Yeah, I guess so. But she's only got one longbow.
You've only got one crossbow?
I don't know what the point of me saying that is, but you know, I've said it now, so I feel good about myself.
Well,
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna do a zoom in. Apparently,
I had it all zoomed out nice and pretty.
Suss
Whoa!
it out. I reckon from here I got a good shot at this. If you're keen,
Uh-huh.
all right.
Kind of lining up your shot, waiting for
Yeah.
the angle of the sun to be just right so it's not glaring.
I look through my quiver, pick out my favorite bolt. You know. May I make a knowledge check on this person?
You absolutely may.
What kind of knowledge check would you like? Some sort of occultism, probably?
Religion would be better, but I will allow occultism.
Ooh. I'll give you a religion. 21. I don't know. It's probably not great.
Definitely undead.
Okay, yeah. I reckon they're undead, folks.
Strong possibility.
That's gonna be a hit. Roll your damage.
Neat. Huh. I got him.
Done.
Valiana hands over a gold star. Honestly, I feel bad because I didn't think you'd be able to make that shot.
The unfortunate thing is that on a normal person, that shot probably would have killed them. Like, you got it square through the chest where their heart would be.
Yeah.
But
anyone with a smile like that is anything but normal.
Mm-hmm.
She slowly turns around, says something in Necrol, commanding the zombies to attack,
Oh, okay.
while
Oh,
she
hey,
readies her
guys.
bow. And we're gonna go on our break.
Banned.
Oh, hey, guys.
It's canon now.
Alright.
Matt said it.
But we are just gonna go a short 10-minute break, run the commercials, all that other fun stuff. I might grab another piece of chicken because I'm still a little bit hungry. But that's
Another piece of chicken.
yeah.
Another piece of chicken. Wow.
I cooked up
Before
like
we go on break,
oven cooked chicken.
I just thought it would be important to share that after like a week or so in space, astronauts' feet skin just fall off.
Like
Yeah,
all the skin
that's
on their
us.
feet. Yeah,
Like the
no.
bottom of their feet. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. We'll be back in like 10
Yeah.
minutes with more fun facts, maybe. And we have returned.
Hello.
By popular demand, raiders came in and asked.
Yes, thank you, Verdi, for bringing your community here and trusting them with me. I'm not sure if that was a good idea, but thank you all the same. We will try to make
was
Dwarf
a
as jealous as
great idea.
possible.
Yeah,
We are
don't
about to
worry,
enter
now
a
that
fight.
you're here, you can't leave.
No way in.
You may
No way
never
out.
leave.
And we mean that in the best possible way. Now, I've rolled initiative for all my monsters. And we have initiative for Veliana. What I need is initiative for everyone else.
Oh.
And I just need to check something quickly.
Incredible.
You can use one of your hero points.
No.
You got 3 of them,
I know, but like, not for initiative.
but that's
Gross.
the best time to do it, I guess.
No, you're wrong. Stop being wrong.
I'll just get Antara as well.
Yes. Sometimes I forget.
That's okay.
Initiative.
I sometimes still hear a voice in the wind. Okay, what was the poll question? Who has best smile?
Whoever
smile?
decide.
Aww. Well, Compostor
Nailed
does
it.
have the gold teeth.
Yeah, and
That's true. I got that bling bling grill.
most viewers will not see Valiana smile.
If I remember correctly, he also has like, a
Use
whole
the
bunch of
bling
other-
bling grill.
He has more teeth than anyone.
Yeah. More teeth
Yeah.
than anyone
Gold
should.
molar.
He collects them.
Aww.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're my
Kudos.
external organs.
Nope, not that one. That one. So generous. Well, are we ready to begin?
What if we say no?
I mean, my encounter tracker is
Yeah.
saying this is an extreme threat.
Oh,
That's fine.
we could just leave.
Okay.
Oh no, look, it's an extreme threat if this was a straight fight, but you definitely have distance on them, at least to begin with.
I'm so glad. The one thing I'm great at is distant. I saw someone today refer to it as ranged and deranged comment.
Ranged and deranged.
Yeah.
I mean, they do sound deranged.
Okay. I mean, Kapostver, you want to take another shot?
Yes, please.
He gets
Well,
another shot!
I'd like to devise another stratagem.
You got a rangefinder now. Ooh.
I might not hit. Not the lady, at least. You
know what would be
let
perfect
me
here?
do some metagaming.
You know what would be
I rolled a
perfect here?
36 and hit.
A fireball.
If only.
You mean what I'm currently measuring?
You have fireball?
I don't, but I have the next best thing.
Yeah, I'm going to change my target and just shoot one of these front guys.
Siri Gray. Just make the lady mount a minion, then she can't use the longbow. She can steer off her knees. Also, NPC bullshit.
I think, yeah, I did. I rolled damage and like hitting with my War Razor before. I'm sorry.
I thought you just threw that.
Yeah. Overhand through a cutthroat razor, 160 feet, like a boss.
I mean, you had.
And then it returned, because it's a boomerang.
Yeah. Whoops. Oh well.
The boomerang of eternal suspense.
Wah. Lame. I'll reload. I probably reloaded at the start of my turn, and then I shot, and now I'm reloading again.
Yep.
And now move to here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being careful not to touch the Blackfrost stuff.
Oh, yeah, good point. I thought it was just sort of stylized trees, but it's Blackfrost, isn't it?
Yep. Veins of
yeah.
Blackfrost.
Yeah, we'll be careful to do that. Or not do that.
Alright, but that's you done, Kapostver?
Yeah.
Veliana.
I'll stride to here.
Yep.
Call forth my magic to draw forth all the shadows of these creatures to this specific point of a corner.
Yep.
In which case, they will ignite and explode outwards as I cast Shadow Blast.
Shadow Blast.
So they get to make the choice of a reflex or will save.
Well, for her, it's not going to matter. Yeah, they're all going to go for reflex.
Okay.
Now, let's see if this works. It did! Oh god.
Dang, okay.
Well, one critically failed.
Yeah, but the hell it succeeded. She critically succeeded. Dang, okay.
Well, who critically
Okay.
failed?
That's a 5th rank spell. Didn't even roll that good a damn. What was it? 2 1s, a 2, a 6, a 7, and 8. But that's fire damage. I didn't have the choice of selecting.
That's fire damage?
Yeah.
All right. Well, these ones will take half. I'm just going to see what their fire weakness is. 5. Because it's going to be much easier just to do it this way.
Yeah.
And our boyo up front will be taking double. Well, you still did a hefty amount of damage. Like over 100 damage with that spell, so...
Sounds good to me.
123 for those counting at home. And casters don't do damage.
And most of them
and
succeeded as well. Means
Delanex will do his independent action to kind of flutter on over here.
Yep.
He's above the Blackfrost, so he doesn't have to worry.
What could possibly go wrong?
Delanex dies. The end.
I believe that's you done though, Veliana?
Yeah. Strong open.
Now, for these zombies, it's going to be pretty easy to begin with.
To begin with?
Done. As they begin to charge towards you, shambling limbs breaking free of the ice. Antara!
Yeah.
Let's actually grow this.
Yo, Rappy Boy, what's your speed? 40?
Faster than these guys. You could wait for them to come closer.
I think she's gonna command Rapstallion, and she's gonna move up to here, not to here, and then she's going to raise her shield. She has one action remaining. I don't think she really has anything to do with that action.
I'd say draw sling, but that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, but then by next time it's her turn, the other two buddies should be within swinging range.
True.
So
Take cover.
Take cover. Oh, that is a good one.
Fancy.
It'll negate the mounted penalty to reflex saves for 1 round.
Yeah. So
The only other thing I could possibly think of would be maybe create a diversion, but I don't think Antara's one for deception.
no. Standard cover.
I will say, everyone thought I was crazy for having a Carter in a sea-based campaign, but I think it worked out great. I think it worked out amazing. But I believe that's Antara done. All right.
You move more.
I actually want to see what that does first. I just need to double check because I read it before, but... Ah, so not that. Well... She's also pretty slow, but she has a long bow. Could you have moved like 5 feet closer?
No.
Just 5? No.
I will note that I did not count. This is just a happy coincidence.
Because you're 105 feet away.
We love that. We love
love it.
that.
So she is going to spend a second move action.
Yeah, she is.
Then she's going to take her shot. And that will just be a hit. For 20 damages. Piercing, if that helps.
She will block.
She'll block. That's fair. But that is Equindia? Equindia? I struggle.
The horse girl.
Morticia.
There, that's easier.
That zombie moves up. Ooh, this one's gonna actually almost get close enough. This one's gonna get to the wall there. And we watch as he just starts climbing up the wall.
Oh, rad.
Shambling across. For him it is. They have ice climbing. And the walls count as ice for them.
I like how his arm has 3 joints.
Goats.
Well, when you're dead, you don't have to worry about things like joints. Felix!
What's my speed now?
Like 40?
No, it's still 35. Felix! Think I can make a 50-foot leap? 40 foot. No, 50-foot leap.
It'll be fine.
I mean, you're still probably land in the Blackfrost.
You'll land in the Blackfrost.
What damage
I
is
got
that?
a quick jump.
The main issue you
Then
want to
we
worry
throw
about is
them
that
to
one.
get to us.
Why? What will happen?
I mean, it's a cavern. A crevasse. A canyon. A fissure within the snow and the
There's a
stone.
crack in this battlefield.
I'm built different.
Oh, God.
I'm not satisfied with that roll.
No. I mean, that's much better.
Yeah, better.
So what are you
Still
doing with
think
that
that was a
athletic check?
30-foot leap.
Listen, man, I will use all 3 actions if I have to, just to, like, move and jump over there.
Well, you will have to step a little bit on the Black Frost. So I am going to have to ask either a reflex save or an acrobatics check.
Reflex, you say?
Yeah, that tracks. So where are you moving to?
Okay, so I doubt I can actually do a 50-foot leap. So if I just like
Howard.
Matt, would a 33 get me a 50-foot leap? I have quick jump.
No,
No, I think that only gets you 30 feet.
correct. The only way you could do that is if you had the black powder boost from Gunslinger.
Okay, so get there, then leap across to here.
Apparently you got spooked.
What is this? How dare you put despair on me after I did that?
Well, no, you're a fighter, so you can ignore it anyway.
Yeah, because treat all of them as one lower or something.
Yeah. You know what? Just leave her for now.
I accidentally clicked it already. Put it back on me.
It's there. Don't worry about it. But, Felix,
Cheers. Hey.
taking a couple of steps along the ice, you leap across the crevasse, landing smoothly on the other side, separated from all your companions.
It's me, Felix.
That zombie. Am I going to actually be able to attack you? No.
No. Don't be silly.
He's going to move to there, though. Awfully brave of you to separate yourself from your friends.
Who's talking? Is it the zombie or the lady?
The lady.
Oh, okay.
And Tara would probably shout something like, he does that all the time.
Boop.
I do that all the time.
That's all the zombies moved up, though.
Brave of you to put all of your zombies right next to the fighter.
You don't have Whirlwind Strike. I mean, what?
I got swipe and a new sword.
A new sword? No faults, only quips. Well, that is Felix in a nutshell.
I think that's half our party in a nutshell.
You know what? There needs to be a druid spell that just encases people in nutshells. I'm amazed that isn't a thing already.
I think it's because it's too jokey.
Yeah, no, that's pretty nuts.
So it's
say that,
perfect
but
then.
there's the spell that is just like 1,000 frogs.
Yeah, no, they have a clown car spell. So I
do too.
So I don't think putting people in a nutshell. Oh, Grogan, we haven't decided what we want to theme for the next April Fools yet. That's a bit far off as yet. But Compostiver, what you doing?
Right. I'm gonna move back out.
Actually, Compostiver
Moving on
/
out.
Bill. Have you
That's me.
heard about something fishy?
The word?
No, the supplement that I put out for April Fools.
No. Tell me more.
Well, you'll particularly find this great. It has a particular cantrip in there called Trout Slap.
Oh, fantastic. I love it.
Guess what it does?
Summons trout to slap. I don't know.
Yeah, no, pretty much that.
Nice. That's very satisfying.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, I reckon
Also very satisfying. Like the
reckon I
summoning
gotta-
of the trout slap.
got a good line on this.
We evoked
Awesome.
it.
I'm gonna try and shoot him with my loaded crossbow. Hoo-yah!
I think that's a critical hit.
That is a
Neat.
critical hit. Ooh, good damage.
Oh, nice.
I mean, she's barely hurt. She can take it. Ow.
Neat. I've moved. I've shot.
Yeah.
I don't think I can hawk my one vial of alchemist fire that far.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude, right? I might reload. And then that's my turn.
That's completely fair. You've shot her again, pretty much next to the first crossbow bolt you shot her with.
Wreck it in twain, Robin Hood style.
Yeah, making quite a cluster there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Veliano.
Hey, I have an interesting question for Matt, the GM.
Ooh.
If I use Familiar Conduit
Yeah.
to cast a spell from Downex, does Downex become the focal point for any sustains?
As in, can Dalanak sustain instead of you?
No. As in, when I sustain, does the spell... let me tell you that I'm thinking of Spiritual Armament,
Yeah.
which is when I sustain, I make do a new attack roll.
Yep.
Which I believe still has to keep in range and everything.
Yeah, you can still have it from Dalanak. Look,
Okay.
you're spending the extra action to do this. I feel it's fair. And it's cool. You're using your familiar. And if any class is to do this, it's the witch.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So yeah, I will
Yeah.
do Dalmax will spend his independent action to flutter on further closer. And then Dalanax the Mighty begins the ranged battle with Queen Aquendia.
Quendio?
Aquendia. With Rictus Morticia Adams.
Look,
I can say the rest of her name.
we have commented various times on a lack of pronunciation guides.
They used to actually do them,
I know.
but I'm guessing. Second.
That other group are pretty good at them, man. So
Yeah.
that 5E group.
Never heard
5e
of them.
group.
Are they no?
I say that, but one of the official names that they have confirmed, I do not use whatsoever. Because it's Karzug, not Karzog.
Wait, it's Karzug?
It's Karzug.
Karzug.
Yeah.
Wah,
Yeah.
wah.
You see that if I'm running Rise of the Rulers, if I use that, my players would laugh me up and down.
No, it'd be worse. Why don't we just re-roll a bod with a kazoo?
Uh,
Hello, Karzug. I have a kazoo for you.
yeah. Oof,
Speaking of
that
wolf,
tracks.
but you let loose your spiritual weapon.
Yeah, it is a broken mirror.
Feels particularly broken here. But all done?
Yeah, it's just Argent Seer.
Yeah.
I forget how much of the Argent Seer is just a wall of text. My bad.
You're fine. It's only exaggerated because it's on Foundry.
Yeah, it really is. Speaking
But-
of Eldritch Dream,
It's easy. Oh no. I thought he was in chat for a second then.
no. But he made this. That was
He made this. Alright. Well, this zombie's gonna do the obvious thing.
Surrender?
yeah.
No.
Come on,
That
man.
seems like the obvious thing. I don't know.
I got villain points.
Buff?
I
You
mean,
get buff?
Yeah. The villain points were too, so he rolls high on his diplomacy check to surrender.
no. No, I don't think it will. Fist.
Are you sure about that? No.
The bite's gonna hit.
Oh,
And as the Wiggles say, rum pump and chomp.
They do say that. I've heard them say that.
Is that what they're speaking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dorothy the dinosaur.
Specifically Blackfrost zombies.
She
They
hasn't
tried
been
to
seen
warn
for
us,
a while, so,
like, 20 years ago.
probably.
Zombie's gonna go to there. Now, I see the obvious problem with the zombie going there, but...
Okay.
Fist. That's gonna be hit, and then he's gonna try to bite ya. And the teeth are gonna hit as well.
Oh, did he get a Mat 20?
He did.
I'm not an animal companion.
It's only a Mat 20 when it's an animal companion.
Right. Okay, sorry.
Well, it's getting tired of waiting for the animal companions to get closer. That's it.
Hero
Done,
help.
though.
Felix is Gore's animal companion.
Now. No kink
We
shaming.
don't kink shame about the collar.
Yeah, the main problem here for Rapstallion is whether there's room for him on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, athletically speaking, I'm pretty sure Rapstallion's good to go here. Like, what's his speed?
It's 40.
I
So
don't
he
think
can
he even needs to
Get
make the
here for
roll.
one move. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what the whole entire shtick with leap is. Up to, if your spread is or up to 15, if it's at least 30 for the leap. So I think
Either way,
probably
I'm not
gone
gonna make the
here.
creature with a lots of yeah.
there we go.
This Blackfrost zombie over here went to all that effort to get up onto the wall.
Missed because of frightened. Oh. Feels bad.
See, they always talk about every +1 mattering. They never say about all the -1s that also matter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, off guards bringing down Stacey and then blah. There's lots going on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, she has.
Actually, was that counting? Give me a second.
Yeah, that is a good question actually, because she's technically not.
Oh no, that would hit. It's
Oh,
not
wonderful!
It's not counting the off guard.
Good damage.
Boop.
And then she'll raise shield.
That's fair.
She no longer has cover though.
All right, Equindia. Well, you know what? You're all kind of... Yeah, she's gonna do a fun thing. I just need to do a quick measurement.
PC bullshit.
Pretty
That's
much.
the most important thing about combat is just have fun.
It really is.
Look, we're just out here to have fun, and it doesn't matter who wins or loses. It's only death.
As long as Matt loses, it doesn't matter.
Wow, I see how it is.
No, everyone should have fun, including the GM.
She is gonna get a little bit closer.
Are you sure you don't want to get to here closer? Or here closer?
No, she's good. Foundry's
Okay.
not having a fun time though. No, we haven't won Pathfinder yet, Girl Wonder. Getting close, though. But she is going to use her hissing command.
For kissing.
Quite the opposite, in fact. Wow.
She's honestly not a good kisser. You can see that by the lack of her lips.
Murder is fun for everyone.
They called her the cheese grater in high school.
All the zombies with her hissing command can use their reactions to do a single melee strike.
Oh,
Oof.
Good news, Felix.
Hooray.
That's one miss. That's two miss. The third punch is going to hit.
I mean, that second punch absolutely hit.
Oh, it did hit as well. All right, well, let's roll damage
Yeah,
again.
it made the missing sound effect, which was I think which threw Matt off.
Yeah, my Foundry is also chundering, or was chundering a little bit. As for these two, well, new arrival.
I will actually. I think Antara will do her reaction on. Then the 19.
Yep.
So. Glimpse of redemption.
Well, Felix is only popular because he puts himself out there. So charismatic.
Which means this buddy old pal will take 3 persistent thing unless he
repents.
Unless he, it's Matt. I haven't seen him do that. And he's in people too.
I do it from time to
No,
time.
he did it once.
I do it from time to time, but I just feel there's a lot of times where, for instance, a wizard casts a fireball, and you're like, I'm gonna use repent. I'm gonna use like my redemption. Is the wizard gonna repent? It's like, no, I'm not gonna say no to. I'm not gonna let you take 14 damage back when I'm doing like 60 to everyone else.
Well, the thing is, the repent. It's just that guy in particular is unharmed by the fireball.
But the other two are going to be targeting Antara. Particularly, they're going to be attacking Rapstallion. That's going to be a miss.
Surprise.
Well, I got to get the hits in somewhere. And Rapstallion will take 14 damage. As for our girl, she's going to specifically take aim at Antara.
She can try.
Ooh, no, we're going to reroll that.
Like I said, she can try.
It happens. I'm sorry, Aggro. I tried. For her final action, she is going to take a wee step back.
Didn't she stride up, then hiss, then...
No, that is very
attack?
true. You are quite correct. All right, zombie time. We're going to make this super quick. They're going to be unleashing their attacks upon you, Felix.
Yeah. It happens.
One of the punches goes through.
Oh, you still had your...
Oh, wait.
And then he's going to try to bite. That's going to miss. That one. You know what? For funsies. Nope, that way. We watch as the Blackfrost zombie takes a couple of steps across the wall before leaping across the distance, gripping onto the other side of the wall before launching back off of it and charging towards you, Compostiver. It seems like it did not appreciate you taking shots at his mistress.
That's fine. Seems a little like friggin' white knighty.
It's cringe. Cringe.
Not hurt, milady. Like, come on, dude.
So do I drop the frightened?
I want to see whether you can just take it off, or is it...
No.
Alright, looks like the friend's taking it off.
Neat.
You're just in the aura of despair.
We all knew this would happen. Ooh.
Do you want to use that? There we go.
There we
Much better. Yeetus deletus.
go. Yeah.
This is Elf.
This is Kyonin.
Yeah.
Been round. Let's do a swipe.
A twinge of cringe, mayhaps. The zombie goes flying over the edge, and it's a couple of moments before we hear the sickening crunch of bones upon the stones below.
I think he's
Oh,
okay.
that's a gap, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like Blackfrost over the top of things. Right, it's chasm. Okay. Oh,
That's
oh,
not
you've
right.
done very well there,
Undo.
Felix.
Wait, no. Didn't do that
What?
right.
It was
What do
supposed
you
to be
mean?
a map.
Ah. I mean, it's still a hit.
Yeah, I'll take a hit.
Which two?
Wow.
Ooh.
Which
Wow.
which two are getting hit with that?
Seen better days and the one in the middle.
Okay. Perhaps it is you who is cringe.
Always have been.
I hope that was that guy's final words, just as he's going down the chasm. Rather cringe, my lord.
And then once he hits the bottom, it's shit, I'm dead.
Maybe once I'm finished with Pokemon, we'll go back to Kingdoms.
Yes, me lord.
Yes, me lord.
All this reads rather cringe, me lord.
I mean, yeah, the zombie's going to attack you, Felix.
Yeah.
Try as they might.
Even with the flanking, that's the worst part. Like, we're only missing, like, by 1 and 2s.
Elves, like, by definition, can do those wild Michael Jackson moves where you're just, like, standing in place but leaning real far.
I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson was an elf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
At the very least, half.
Yeah. Safe bet.
Zombie
double crit
swiping
miss.
an attack. Compostiver, 3rd round.
All right. Well, I'll see what my aim is like on Morticia.
Still
I
taking
clicked the
shots
wrong
at her.
thing. Sorry. Oh, look, I had the weapon out. I reloaded. You know, if it's on, nah, it's no good.
No good?
No good. All right. Gentleman right next to me. Can you hold this for a second, please?
Okay. Yeah, no, he absolutely just held it.
Alright. I'll switch weapons. That was quick bomber. And then I'll do this and this, although I don't actually have one in my hand anymore, and then this. And then maybe this. Ooh. Maybe I got a hero point. I'll re-roll it.
You feeling confident?
Not really, but yeah. No, it was worse. Okay.
Yeah.
I flew too close to the sun. I got excited by a crit, you know.
I mean, fair.
Anyway, that's my turn.
All right. Veliana.
You're doing great, Compostopher.
I made that. The alchemist fire went off.
Galanex will
Whoop.
fly on in.
We switched to camera 2.
Yeah. Hiss at Equendia. So that was Dalnex's independent action. Then I will spend my first 2 actions
Yeah.
to then Evil Eye from Dalanex.
Wom.
On Equendia. Yeah, that tracks.
She is something of a spellcaster.
I'm something of a spellcaster myself. Then I will
Boy.
the guy that was enfeebled got Sparta kicked.
Yep.
I choose to extend the despair on Felix.
Still not gonna work.
That's the point was. Then I will sustain spiritual armament as my last action.
Yeah.
Matt, why did you jinx me? I'm asking straight up why.
That was very rude.
Because you called it.
Wheel and woe.
You see, normally it wouldn't be so bad, but after we rolled initiative, you called it out. That's me done.
All right. Zombie boy. He's got options. Too many options. You know what? Fuck it. We're targeting Rapstallion. Oh, we got a critical. And it's a nat 20 critical too. Yep.
Matt 20ing the animal companion.
Oh, he's fine.
And
last one for Felix.
Yeah. Sure, got Dalnex.
Wheel and woe.
Oof. Dalnex ain't doing so hot.
It's just 40 damage.
when that's half of down not half of Rapstallion's HP essentially. Yeah. So Antara will command Rapstallion. He'll target that guy.
Shove? That's fair. I'm guessing this way.
Yeah.
I mean, that'll be a success. It is going to use its reflex action to try to grab.
No, it's not.
Was it not told to use its reflex action to?
Oh, it did
have,
too. Oh no, that was the one that just acted. So he has had his.
Oh, it is the
reactions
one that
back.
just acted. So it has its reaction.
Oh, you get it this time, Matt.
Look, he could still fail. Yep, that's gonna be enough. He does have ice climbing as well. He is safe for now.
Yeah.
However, he's also off guard.
Large animal companions don't necessarily get reach.
No. Large-sized creatures in general don't necessarily get reach.
Used to be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then he'll
I mean, it was
Doesn't
second
frighten
action.
me. Yeah. So that brings us to Antara. Target her. I'll need a fortitude save.
Fortitude save?
Yeah.
Which one? This one?
No.
Ooh, her. Okay.
Yeah, starring her.
She good.
Yeah.
Boss creatures.
It would be what Antara would do, though.
It is. And look, if you
I'm
can shut down her side, it would be very advantageous.
I'm trying to keep that in mind.
All right, but that's her done.
That's her done.
Well, Morticia. See, the worst thing about the hissing command thing, she can just keep doing it.
I mean, she doesn't have to.
Yeah, but it's so good. So, this one's gonna try to punch you, Felix. Miss. Miss. And this one's gonna take a swing at Antara. Also a miss. She has 2 actions remaining. She's pretty confident her boys have this. She's gonna take a shot with her longbow. We are going to re-roll that, because I have 1 villain point left. And that will be a critical hit. And that's my last villain point gone, though. But well spent. Almost matching the bolts in her own chest, the arrow sinks into Antara's. Now it is zombie time. We're just gonna keep trying to beat you up, Felix.
Yeah, all right. Right on.
It's gonna be lots of misses. The one up the top here. I think he likes you, Combustiver.
What's not to like?
Have you seen my blinged out grin? It's pretty likable.
I don't think he liked your
That's
gift.
it, though. Ah. Maybe there's some soot in your eyes. Rub that out first, buddy. Well, that was...
He misses, but he is going to take a 5-foot step to there.
We can flank this together. I believe in us.
I believe in you too. But until then...
Yo, not frontline fighters.
And he's keeping the fire.
Gonna kick.
Did you 5-foot step just so you could kick him?
Yeah.
Worthy.
Fair.
And then I will simply take a swing at this man. I have another one.
Worth.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Wheel
talking about. They're misses to a crit hit. Oh, yeah,
please
baby.
Not roll a 1 on the
Just
damage.
once.
One.
Should you be doing... I don't think you rolled crit damage.
Oh, snap, I didn't know.
That'd just be double, right?
Yeah. And should you be doing like the Uber hit, whatever you... Oh, no, you stepped and then kicked and then did that. And
Yep.
the Uber
Yeah.
hit thing too at you. Yep. Sorry.
Totally normal touristy stuff. But I mean, kind of his turn, isn't it?
Yeah.
5-foot step. Target you. This is probably the worst person to do this against, but I am out of villain points.
Enjoy being
You
prone,
also-
idiot.
Full prone.
First action, step. Second action, try to shove. Falls on his face.
Fall down.
Third action,
Stand?
yeah,
Stand, you
provoke.
say.
yeah.
Attack of opportunity, you say. Reactive strike, you say.
That's a hit. Ah, I've got a villain point. Begging works.
It works. And remember, kids.
Remember, kids.
You don't.
Remember those who give villain points to the GM.
Remember, kids,
You can
peer
track
pressure.
them
It's
down.
cool sometimes, I guess.
More importantly, if you don't ask for anything, you won't get anything. The other Blackfrost zombie. Should we try this again? We'll try it again.
Can it give up?
Oh no.
Bop.
Sure do wish I hadn't just used a reaction.
Oh dear.
Now, if I remember right,
Elves can fly, right?
There, so you're outside of.
Strictly speaking, no.
Oh, dang it.
Matt just killed my character.
I in fact did not kill your
we'll
character.
do that. Oh,
I don't know, man.
don't be like that.
I don't see a way out of this, man. I think you just killed fan favorite Felix von Fabra.
Oh, she has that.
All right. This is from the book. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on this. Felix,
Hey.
you fall 150 feet.
Jesus.
That's quite far, Matt. Jeez.
That's 75 points damage.
all of my bones and face.
Well, if you allow me to cook, there are several points where you kind of
with 1 HP.
yeah. There are several points where you just kind of ram signature into the wall to slow your descent.
Mm-hmm. Feels reactiony, but go on.
Well, it's not enough to stop you, however. And you do in fact take 75 damage from the fall.
I'm okay.
I see.
And we're just gonna do a fun little thing here, just so people know. Boop.
75 damage, eh? From 150 feet.
Well, the zombie kind of takes a couple of moments to look at its hands, kind of surprised this even worked.
What have I done? You know, he can stride after it if he wants.
He can't. Yeah. Stride right into the pit.
Yeah, no, we'll leave him there, actually. He's done 75 damage. I think he's good.
Matt, hear me out. I'm on 1 hit point. Do it. It'll be the funniest thing ever.
Drop an elbow.
Gotta make
Oh,
a
God.
reflex save.
They're not
against
smart
the guy
enough.
trying-
Or is this one of those
Well, the
things?
thing is, it's not a smart idea to try and just suplex the guy.
From the
Compostifer!
top rope.
Beliana, in an unspoken look, how do you look being faced with a melee opponent?
I mean, Veliana is not happy about it, but she's got her broken mirror kind of out, ready to shank a dude, and by that, ready to threaten a guy so you can easier hit him.
Fair enough. Understood. Well, in that case, I will stratagem against them. I think I've got a good idea.
Yeah?
What if I cut their butthole out?
Yeah, no, sure.
Yep. I'm gonna try that.
It's just a C-section from behind.
Yeah.
Ow. How many hit points does he have left? Oh, he can survive this. He's not looking good, though.
Butthole damage. Yeah.
There will be no more
yeah,
cheek clapping for him.
I
Or
guess
cheek
I'll
clapping.
just go for the second hit.
Will not
Yeah.
be entering the zombie twerk fest this year. Boop. He's still standing.
That's
Not looking good.
yeah.
But is that you done, Combustifer?
Yep.
All right. Veliana, facing down against a zombie. An almost dead zombie. And by almost dead, I mean almost destroyed.
You got this. Valiana says to Compostor, then focuses on Dalnex.
Teleports. What?
Yeah.
Like eyes roll back into their
Jokes
head.
on you. I actually have an ability that allows me once per day to swap places with Dalnex.
Oh, fantastic. That's really cool.
Yeah, so Dalnex independent, then I will...
Oh, you're not using the thing now.
I wish I actually had that. Then I'll evil eye her.
I mean, her eyes are looking pretty evil already.
They are. But
Oh, dear God.
yeah. It tracks. Spiritual armament.
That's a hit, though.
That it is. For 10 piercing. I did it, guys. It's me done.
She's getting,
We won.
she is now below triple digits. And Tara!
You know what? Antara is going to
Shove the zombie.
she's gonna cast a 3-action heal
Ha!
Yeah.
using the
Cool.
holy prayer bead. So this is a fourth rank.
Yep.
Fuck all those dead things up.
So I believe this actually hits everyone.
Except for Felix.
Yeah. So,
Matt, I don't think you had to point that out, but like, thank you.
You're welcome.
so I'll need saves from the 4 creatures. I don't really have anything really to toss into chat. I guess I can toss in because I think it's by this item has a DC, does it?
You probably don't want her casting it.
No, I'm just trying to read this because it's
Will that work?
when you do the prayer becoming tier D, when you cast divine spell or cast 4th level versions each once per day. Just thinking that the item should have a DC. Because
for the
usually
hero
items have a DC associated with them, right?
I'll use her spell DC. That's fine.
I'm just thinking that the item DC might be higher.
Easy done.
Because her
Is it level of
her
11?
spell DC is not great.
What's the level of the item?
The
11.
item level is, I think it's 12. Not 12, 11.
11?
Yeah.
Alright, I have a DC. They have to do a fortitude save.
They do. And I roll 48s. Right?
Correct.
Yes. Oh, that's the wrong tool. So the first one, 7.
Fail. Success. Success.
So 19.
And she's got different fortitude. Success.
Oh, that's is the level DC for level 11 pretty low?
No, exceedingly. It's 28. I just set it by level.
Oh, okay. Then Quendia failed.
Oh, because it says that's the DC for them. Okay, for the quick reference. Gotcha. So yeah, no, she did fail.
Yeah, so 12 and the 7, because I had accidentally rolled a d8 first.
And she'll take that one.
Everybody's take half. And
God.
healed.
Also, I believe
And-
everyone except for me has 2 hero points now.
Boy, better get using
Oh.
them.
Oh, yeah, that is good to know. That is
And
Oh,
just
go on.
because that was done. Nope, continue. I believe that's entire done there.
yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Oh, you get a free shout out just for just buying a bunch of hero points. This is a good deal.
Oh, just because I know she hates it.
Excellent. Piss off all our viewers. Good plan, Matt.
Well, I will note this is why Matt doesn't get villain points from.
Yeah.
Her kissing command is not going to work in this instance. I don't think she's going to get a chance to do this again, so... What's the range on that? Yeah, that'll do. Her jaw is going to unhinge as it extends out.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh no.
Well, sorry, Dalinak.
Yeah, sorry, Alex. It was nice knowing you.
The Blackfrost zombies, of course, are immune to cold, but not to the slashing,
Not
but she
slashing.
also doesn't care.
Can Dalinax take 42 hit points?
Hero point? Hero point.
Oh, okay. Maybe they can take 21 hit points.
Oh god. I was not expecting them to do that badly. Alright, who's ready for this damage?
Dallinax is now because he might actually survive this.
Oh yeah!
Oh, he can survive this.
Potentially. Ah.
Oh, nice. They rolled poorly.
Dallinax is still up.
Nice.
You and
Target.
you
Half.
will take double. You will take the full damage. And she has 1 action left after exuding a breath of frosty blackness across all of you. The shards of the ice digging into your flesh.
Lady.
And for our final action, we're going to do, as the kids say, pew pew. As one last shot of ice finds its way to Antara.
Oh, I apparently have myself selected.
That's fair. Feels to chew 5 gum. Well,
Yep.
How is Rapstallion feeling? Not feeling good by the looks of things.
No.
See, I'm more interested to see what's happening with Felix.
What's happening with Felix?
5-foot step. Going to go for Antara first. Oh, the second fist is actually going to hit. $14 damage for Antara. The significantly weaker one who is kind of squaring off against Compostifer and Veliana. Well, Compostifer, you just gave him a critical. He doesn't like that.
I did. And made him hold fire. And he might still be on fire.
He is, in fact, still on fire. So he's going to try to punch you.
Uh-huh.
For almost minimum damage.
Oh, that's...
So you'll take probably like 7 damage or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now the moment we've all been waiting for. Felix!
What?
There is nothing but darkness down
What
here.
am I meant to do with 150 feet down a hole?
There is nothing but
I don't even think I
darkness.
can climb that much.
There is nothing but darkness! And shards of Blackfrost digging into your back.
And if you start climbing, don't fail a climb check.
Been looking over my feet. I got nothing. I got quick jump.
Yeah.
Well, a standing leap.
Hey.
What you do is you jump from one wall to the other, back and forth.
Hey, Felix.
I know that's
like Mario.
Hey, Felix.
What up, bud?
I mean, you're a Zelda fan. You know what to do here.
I don't have a hook shot, Matt.
Oh, no, I was just talking start climbing.
I got it. No, I got it now.
You got it?
Yeah, so Felix has 2 swords now.
Yep.
Sure.
He will climb and stab the swords in every now and then so that he has a good foothold.
Nice.
Well, give me that athletics check.
Crushed it.
Now, your speed is 40, right?
35.
35? You did just get a critical. 35, so...
God, I need my second cousin and her goddamn bird here. Why did I go deeper? Why am I keep going deeper?
Going deeper? Oh, I know what's going on. All right.
Don't worry, gang. I'll get him from the other side.
It's how you get. It's how you're getting to Gore faster.
All right. You got to spend all 3 actions climbing.
Yeah.
So.
Really? That did dick.
Yeah, you crit success. You only climb like half your speed.
Yeah.
This is not worth it.
I mean, yeah, not really.
Unless you have another means.
Just now, don't fall.
What could possibly go wrong? Technically speaking, I'm supposed to make you do a check for each move action, for each climb, but no.
Yeah, no, tell me how fun this is for your show.
Oh, it's fun for me. All right, this zombie, 5-foot step. Targeting Antara. Three misses.
What was that third attack for?
Oh, I was just pressing the button. I was expecting him to hit.
Just practicing.
Yeah, you know. 5-foot step. Because he does not want to go in.
It's right down here. We got zombie hookers.
Exhausted.
And zombie cocaine. Zombie blackjack while we're at it too.
That'll be a hit. That'll be a miss. So we'll just do the damage for the 1. Alrighty, Compostifer.
Alright. I'm gonna have a look back at Morticia again. Let's see what's going on over there. Oh yeah. I reckon I know what's going on.
Just imagine how she feels. Like, you're all the way over there, you're fighting with someone else, and just casually every now and again you look back with a crossbow and take a pot shot at her.
Yeah, why not, right? Alright. I'll draw. And shooty shoot.
That's a hit.
And then I can quick bomber. That will be in there. I can quick bomber my friend next to me.
Are you gonna make him hold another Alchemist
'cause
Fire?
I draw that. No, I don't have any other Alchemist Fire, unfortunately.
There's an almost sigh of
But I
relief
do
from the
have
zombie.
this. Acid? Yeah, acid. I do have this sulfur bomb. He liked sulfur bomb, right?
Valiana
Sulfur buddy?
almost imperceptibly flinches at the acid bomb because she almost died to an acid bomb.
Oh. Yeah, you sauce about that, lol.
I mean, that will be a hit. I think that's gonna take him. Gone.
Yay. Was the correct move. And I give Veliana a nod. Like a sorry, but also like, you know, indicating to the dead thing in front of us. So
Job done.
sorry, but you're welcome, you know.
All
That's my
right.
turn.
That's you done. Veliana.
Yeah, so everyone knows that Dalanax's breath weapon is the euphoric gas, right?
Yeah, I think we
Little do
know
they
now.
know. Little do they know. Dalanax can actually also shoot a laser out of his mouth.
Sure, why not?
And I think there is a way to kind of. There's probably a way to maybe get all three? I don't know. No. Dang. I was hoping for something.
Well, it depends on whether you want to take all of them out or not.
I do want to kind of hit all three with the laser.
If you take out 2 of them, that will make things easier for Antara.
Yeah, so at the very least, I'll target the 2 near death ones.
All right. Boop. Roll the damage for me.
Where you like
Oh, yeah.
put a mirror up and
If you're using the 2-action version of it. Oh, no, you have to do familiar conduit.
I have to do familiar conduit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
48. Oh, okay. I'm gonna roll real low for him.
That
This
will
is the near death ones.
well, that
Oh,
one's
the one
going
that
to
succeeds is the one that's close to death.
yeah, no, that will kill him. And that one will take all the damage. Single digits now.
Yeah, already. So Downex fires the laser. And then
Firing my laser.
Veliana will let out a bit of a cheerful
cackle.
laugh at that good old cackle. And then Downex will swing his trusty mirror dagger at the near death one.
End its existence. He didn't have to go so hard.
You know what they say?
It's-
Downex is mighty. Not rolling mighty high on the damage dice, but he is mighty.
because that's a critical, it will take him out. Finally fitting these numbers.
Downex turns to Gwendia. Bow before me!
I believe that was you done, Veliana.
Yeah. And Tara will do a strike. She will
Reroll.
with that.
I mean, it was better, technically speaking.
Yeah. Well, couldn't have gotten worse. It was impossible to be worse. Then she'll command Rapstallion. Rapstallion will start off with a grapple.
Yep. Success.
Then we'll claw. Fair. Then what? Tara will lay on hands herself. That is end her done.
All right. Equendir can see that this battle is not going her way. And knowing that the ritual will be stopped, she kind of reaches out to grab the hem of her cloak and gives it a whip.
Uh-huh.
As she casts pest form upon herself and takes flight.
As a what?
As a bat.
Oh, okay.
Cloak of the bat. She's going to be a bat.
Mm-hmm.
But with Equendir leaving the battlefield and only one Blackfrost zombie remaining, it will be defeated and crushed by Rapstallion and Tara.
Could Downex try and get off a couple parting shots? Because he's kind of fast and he has a huge range with the weapon.
Could who get a couple of parting shots?
Downex, with the spiritual weapon, he has decent speed and 120 feet range with the weapon.
All right, give me 3 attacks with it.
3? Yeah. That sounds reasonable.
Just 3 quick ones.
Target. here. Bring this back up.
Go on, it's the end of the session.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll hit. Does she have weakness 5?
Weakness 5 to
Because of past form? Physical.
Yes. I'll put that on. Do your 2 other attacks.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. It's kind of coming down to the wire. One last attack.
I have 1 hero point remaining.
You know what you gotta do.
No!
Dang it. What direction are they fleeing in?
They're going north. Compositor, if you want to take a shot as it goes overhead.
Oh, they're going over us.
Yeah, they're going north.
Mhm.
It's just they're taking pretty high to the sky.
Nah, I don't think I'll hit.
Might with past form because I think they have a slightly lower AC.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. Never mind.
Click, click.
Yep. I've run out of bolts.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, if they were going overhead, how high up were they from us?
Oh, she went straight up first, but it's mostly to end the combat because we are over time.
Yeah, fair.
I
I just want her dead. That's all.
Honestly, fair.
And it's like, Valiana might has more actions than just sustain. But yeah, let's get Felix out of that hole.
It's not enough.
I don't have enough rope to get all the way down the hole, but some.
See, the hilarious part is that Composter throws down the rope, and Felix, you will see the rope coming down towards you, and then it just stops, like a good couple of dozen feet above your head. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't even make it 1/3 of the way down.
Taking your time, though, Felix, you will get back up to the top. Especially with the assistance of the rope. Though, you have won the record for surviving the highest fall.
Neat. I'll high five you.
You
Roll a
almost
check,
kill
I
him. I do, however, have good news for all players. As we finish out the session,
Not me.
you are all now level 10.
Whoa.
That was your level 9 boss fight.
That's intense.
It was intense indeed.
Do any of these Blackfrost zombies have bolts? No, motherfuckers.
I mean, you're mastering crafting. You could probably make some.
Yeah, that's quite true. I'm sure I could just make some more. Yeah.
Decent. This does mark your last level for this campaign, though. Because all you have
right?
all you have left is the final temple.
It's exciting that we're level 10, but also, oh no, we're level 10.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Oh, Fireball's not on the occult list.
Nope. Primal and Arcane.
Nicole's wants to be level 10. I would like to give my level 10 to someone in chat, please, Matt.
I don't think that's how that works, unfortunately.
No, look, I tried. It's not my fault. It's blame Matt.
Yeah, blame me.
Next time, give me a hero point or something. I don't know. I fought for you. That's all I'm saying. You know.
I will ask the players, however, do you feel like you're ready for the end?
Yes and no.
Do you feel like you got everything you need for it?
Maybe. I think there's some things that we want to get.
Like I said, you'll get a shot at a store or a shop. So get your shopping list ready. But with all that said, our players have finally made it to the Nameless Spires. In this strange, forgotten, and mostly abandoned city. At the heart of it seems to be Osoyo's prison, and whatever machinations are at work to free it from its long slumber. Having defeated what seems to be a lieutenant of some sort for the Obsidian Oath, they turn their attention to their final destination. But if you want to find out what happens when they reach the temple, you'll have to join us next week at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday, where we'll be continuing Gatewalkers for Pathfinder 2nd Edition by Paizo Publishing, presented by Tabletop Obscura, and powered by Foundry VTT. The VOD for this will be up within 48 hours. I've got to do the Stolen Fate one after this, because I forgot to do it earlier today. But who are we rating?
Is Natural 30s doing their thing?
Natural 30s alive?
And they're back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, neat.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, that makes it easy. They got 48 people as well. We're going to get stacks on. Woo! Easy done.
All right.
And we're going to go raid Natural 30s. I hope I spelled that right. Beautiful. That looks correct. But thank you all for joining us tonight. Thank you to Verdiction and also to All Things Fantasy for the raid. It's super appreciated. Thank you for trusting me with your community and stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed it. Got a little bit of taste of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Actually, what am I talking about? All Things Fantasy runs Pathfinder. So you already know how this works. But Verdiction, you would know. You get a little bit of a taste of it. But be sure to follow her on all the socials and everything else like that. We've got a lot of stuff going on, and there is stuff happening in the future. I just have a short course I need to finish before I can kind of rev up for all of that. But there's a lot of stuff going on. But all that said, I hope you have a good day, a good night, a good week, no matter where you are in the world. And remember, as always, we are the storytellers. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye.